here, this is the Study Skill Success Program. And when students first arrive here, they will be prompted with an introduction video. And in the video, there will be a teacher telling them what this program is about and what they would expect from it. So let's have a quick look at the video.
Welcome to Study Skills Success, a program to help you develop your academic study skills. As you move into the final years of school and then to university, studying becomes more demanding. So which skills can help you be a more effective learner? Study Skills Success covers the 10 most important areas of study skills. Reading, writing, speaking and listening, yes, but also key skills you need to develop, like independent learning, critical thinking, and research. You will get lots of opportunities to practice in the interactive activities in each unit. You will work on extracts from a wide range of sources, including books, articles, lectures, and seminars. And in each unit, each skill is clearly explained and illustrated. Study Skills Success will build your confidence and enable you to become a much more effective academic learner.
Okay, so the teacher said Study Skills Success will build your confidence and enable you to become a much more effective academic learner. So let's see how the program works this magic. So here we are at the home screen of Study Skills Success. You can see there are 10 modules here, which are the 10 most important study skills that a university student would need, including the basic 4 skills and some other study skills that may not be covered a lot in their college life, such as critical thinking and research skills. Now, Andrew just mentioned 3 key academic challenges of independent learning, which are critical thinking, resourcefulness, and time management, which can all be found in this program. And time management was said to be one of the most important life skills that one would need. So since time is limited today and I have to manage it well, I will focus on 2 of the 3 challenges that we've just looked at, which are critical thinking and resourcefulness, and see how this program helps students tackle them. Now, let's have a look at the critical thinking module. We all know that critical thinking is essential for students. However, it seems that this skill is easily omitted in college life. A lot of teachers said they already have a lot to cover in syllabus, and critical thinking is just not the top priority in their class time. Hence, this could be something quite new to university undergraduates. Okay, so when we comes in each unit, it starts with a starting out video with a teacher telling you what this unit is about. So perhaps we can have a quick look at the video.
Talk to any university professor and they will say, "My students aren't good enough at critical thinking." But what is critical thinking? It means not taking things at face value. So, for example, if you hear a politician talking on the radio or on TV, do you believe everything they say?
Okay, so not taking things at face value, and do you believe everything a politician says? So let's see. After watching this video, we can move on to the next section, which is a practice zone, where we can find a lot of exercises that help us with 4 main areas in this unit, which are understanding the argument, evaluating evidence, recognizing problems with an argument, and finally, avoiding plagiarism. So let's have a look at the flawed logic 1 exercise as an example. Right. Sorry, it takes a few moments to load it. Hold on. Okay, so when I first arrive in the exercise, I can click on this You Will button to see the learning objective of this activity. For example, in this one, I will have to listen to some opinions about food and obesity and identify errors in the speaker's logic, and also learn about some of the most common flaws in logic. So let's do question one together.
A. The obesity problem in America is clearly growing. I lived in Baltimore 10 years ago. When I went back last year, several of my friends were obese.
B. According to surveys from the National Center for Chronic Disease Prevention, obesity rates in America have increased in the last 10 years.
Okay, so after listening to these two statements, I will have to think which one do I think is flawed. So for example, I think A is flawed. So after I've chosen the answer, I will have an instant feedback telling me if I'm right or wrong, and also the explanation why. So for example, like this one is, I cannot make a general statement based on a sample for a few people in one place. Okay, so after I've done this one, I can jump to the next exercise, which will be a bit more complicated. So in this exercise, I will have to read a longer and more complicated text, which are 2 blocks, and I have to identify the flow of logic in each paragraph and make notes. And after I've finished with it, I can click on this feedback button to see if I've got it right or wrong. Now, the good thing about these exercises is students, they can listen to a native speaker speaking so as to get them familiarized with listening to different accents. And also they receive instant feedback immediately after doing the exercises. Okay, so in each unit, the last activity is my learning record. So first of all, I will have to go to this resource bank to download this My Learning Record sheets. And also you can see in the resource bank, you can also find the study sheets of this unit and the transcripts of the video and audio if you couldn't follow the tracks. Okay, right now I would have to download this My Learning Record sheets. So in here, I will have to note down and see if I've managed to use the skills I've learned in this unit and note them down so I can review on my studies better. All right, now that we've looked at critical thinking, Andrew also mentioned about building resourcefulness, which means to solve and work out something by yourself. So to do it, it often requires researching, and this is something inevitable in university life. So let's have a look at the research module and see how to make students' life easier when it comes to doing research. So again, it starts with the starting out video. So let's see what the teacher has to say about this unit.
Doing research is easy thanks to the internet, isn't it? Just key a couple of words into your search engine and you instantly get millions of results. Problem solved. Or is it? You have millions of results, but you obviously can't read them all. How do you know which are relevant to your research or which are academically reliable?
Okay, so how do we know which results are relevant to our research or academically reliable? So let's have a look at how do I learn all this with the exercises. In this module, it talks about research process, like how to search with keywords and evaluating relevant websites and also note-taking and citation. So let's have a look at evaluating websites, for example. It is very common nowadays to use internet search engine for everything. Google is even a word now. If you want to look at something, just Google it. However, how do we decide what sources or what websites are reliable and relevant? So in here, the first exercise, I will have to read this article about the advantages and disadvantages of internet searches and learn how to evaluate different websites. So, okay, let's try 2 questions together. So after I've read this article, I have to answer this with so many options from an internet search. It is difficult to identify the most, I think it's maybe reliable results. And the next one is, it's difficult to assess the something of the information from an internet search. So credibility, I would say. So after I've done this, I can click on marking. So I got 1 right and 1 wrong, and then I can see all of the answers and also the feedback. So in this one, I have to click on them one by one, and it would tell me where I can refer back in the article to find the answers. All right, so after this one, let's see what's the next exercise. In the next exercise, I will have to go to some real websites. So there are 4 websites here. And first of all, I will have to scroll down and download this worksheets. And on this worksheets, I will have to answer all of these questions for each website. And these worksheets will help me identify which websites are reliable. And this is a good activity for students actually to jump to a real website and read some authentic English. And that's something different than just staying in a program, and it's more engaging to them. Okay, so we have done quite a few exercises in the program. And while we are working through the program is monitoring our activities. So back to the home screen, we can find this progress report button here at the top right corner. And in here, we can see the coverage. For example, like in the independent learning module, how many exercises I've done or I haven't done. And the next button is I can compare to everyone else who's also using this program in the world. And also I can see the time I've spent on different modules. So to help me review and plan my studies better. And actually, not only the students, but teachers can also see all of these progress and results of their students on a separate admin panel to keep track of their studies. And also, since the program works on all devices, laptops, tablets, or mobile phones, so students can work on it at school, at home, or even when they're taking a bus, so they can literally study anytime, anywhere.